Today we almost effed up. We are hiking. We're hiking to Peekaboo Slot Canyon and also Spooky Slot Canyon. The Slot Canyon, if you don't know, is like a crack in hard rock like this, and it's usually kind of narrow, a couple feet wide to maybe 20-30 feet wide, where water and rain has ran through it and created this slot. And it's usually a sandy bottom, and we're gonna go hike through it. And I think the Peekaboo is like a mile long, and then it pops up on something like this. Then we walk a little farther, and then there's another one called Spooky, and then you can walk through that one. So to get there, actually you can almost see the parking area. There's bathrooms over there. So we're in south central Utah near Escalante, like 35 miles from Escalante. That's the closest place we could stay, and there's like nothing out here. And whoever discovered Spooky Canyon to begin with must have really been bored, because I don't know why else you'd come out here, right? Why would you come out here to discover this stuff? So there's not many people here because we're not near an airport. So that's what the cool thing is. There's no money, and it doesn't cost any money to come here. A lot better than a theme park. So, alright, next update will be in the canyon. Another video. We're not there yet. We're getting close. So we're in this marsh area. Some cacti. It's really sandy. We just passed some people. They said there was a snake up here. We haven't seen any snakes today, but we saw one on the road, but on the path. That's why I carry this stick. It helps walking, but then if I see a snake and I get too close, I can flip them out of the way. That's what Jody said. There's some shady stuff down here. I'm walking in the sun so I can make my video show better. Okay. Jody's walking down to the shade. I saw a family up there. They're younger than us, with like some young preteens, and then just moving along like a bat out of hell. But we had to scamper down some rocks, and so I would say that I'm probably borderline agile enough to go up and down these things. If you're not at least as agile as I am, you wouldn't be able to do this. So I think I've done enough of this stuff that I know when to hold them and know when to fold them and call it quits. So this wasn't too bad. A co-worker of ours came down here and he lived. So if he can live, I can live. Yeah. It's video time. There goes Jody's feet. So we're in Peekaboo Canyon. Oh, there might be a snake in here. We just came through here. We had to go up like a 15-20 foot climb with like footholds. Something not much more than this. And to be honest, I wouldn't have made it. These people in front of us actually grabbed one of my hands and helped drag me up. I got a teenage kid. Otherwise, our trip would have been small. But this supposedly loops around, and that was the hardest part, I hope. So, right now I'm still out of breath. So there's the top of the canyon. So, I'll try to maneuver through here. It's only about a foot wide. Down here. Wave Jody. So Jody's up there waiting for me. And I think those people are waiting for us too, to make sure we make it okay, which is nice of them. But we can do it. If you've got little kids and you're agile, this is fun. If you're old, not agile, it's still fun. But not.
Snake out here?
Right there.
Oh.
It's tiny, don't worry.
It's hidden?
Yeah, you can barely see it.
There's a snake up there.
How do I get up?
You won't see it for a while. So you can turn this corner up here.
All right,
So I'm not gonna bite if I come this way.
I gotta close this. Another video. We are still in Peekaboo Canyon, and so the walls aren't that high here, but they were back there. There was a spot so narrow that I had to jimmy my body through to get through. So if you're bigger than me, you're not gonna make this. You could be 20 pounds bigger than me, but so there's a family in front of us with 2 teenage boys and a preteen girl. I can't walk across that with the camera, so I have to finish my video here. They've come back 2 or 3 times. First time they came back to us, there was a snake in the sand. So you just barely see the back of the snake, and we probably would not have seen it, and could have very well stepped on it. And you couldn't really tell what it was because it was buried. I see that family, they're way up there. They might be waiting for us. So, the hard part so far was just getting to the very mouth of it. You had to climb about 15 feet, and that was, I wouldn't have made it with those people. One kid got behind me, like, let me step on his hand. So I need to send him $5 on PayPal. So, alright, gotta keep going. We just popped up out of Peekaboo Canyon. You're on video, Jody. So there was this nice younger family of teenage boys that saved us. I don't know if they saved us. I wouldn't have made it up the very first part, but they helped.
They pulled them up.
This is like the 4th time I've said that in a video, but
I have a picture.
it might not ever get posted to Facebook. It's kind of embarrassing having to have people help me, but if they weren't there to help, I would not just have gone up there. But since they were there to help, I went ahead and went up. And since they seemed like a nice family that we never met before, they assured us that that was the only part where we'd have to have trouble. But then the 2 boys came back twice to tell us there was a snake in the one area. And then another spot was just super narrow. I think they were kind of waiting to see, make sure we made it through there, so that was nice of them. But they're pretty skinny people, so they don't seem to have much problems. But you don't want to come out here. Today's 80, and it's warm enough. The guy at the hotel said that not many people come out here in July and August. It's not very busy. The only way you could do this in the summer is
You did it like 5 or
daybreak.
6 in the morning.
As soon as it got daylight, I'd be here when the sun is coming up, and then get through here. And the canyon part would be in the shade the whole time. But then when you pop up areas like this, it's like direct sunlight. So we're about halfway done. We went through Peekaboo Canyon. Now we got to go through Spooky Canyon. So Peekaboo sounds less dangerous than spooky. So that's an update. We're in the desert, south central Utah, or southern. Yeah.
Well,
south
if
central.
Spooky Canyon's worse than Peekaboo, I don't know.
Yeah,
because-
we don't know. So this might be the last video that I ever do. I shouldn't say that. Alright, that's all for now. Alright, update. We made it to Spooky Canyon. And so far, I don't see anything spooky about this. Except for the person with me. It can get spooky sometimes. So we just, and you can't see the top there. We just came down from there. So we're not, that young family we were behind, they're long gone. But they, like I said, those young kids came back a couple times to warn us about a snake, and another time to make sure we made it through another spot that was kind of sketchy. So that one spot was so narrow, Jody's had to take the backpack off. Jeez.
I'm scared to stick my feet in places. I'm scared of snakes. Now.
You ever see that movie about that guy had to cut his arm off, got stuck in a canyon? His arm off, got stuck in a canyon. The good thing is, well, she can barely make it through. I might have to go up and over that rock. Alright, so this is where the... I know everybody watching this video wants to watch me go through there.
We can give you the camera and I'll film you.
So I don't know if my video just locked up. I don't know if it's still filming. No, you're not going to film me going through there. People can get their entertainment some other way. Some other YouTube video, people falling and getting hurt.
Let's go.
Alright, I gotta go. Hey, I'm back for another video. I made it through that sketchy area. I had to slide down my butt down this area. And my wallet, I got a Velcro thing on my pocket. But it actually like came loose and my wallet fell out. So I'm always careful of my keys and wallet and phone. So I'm always checking. So, but yeah. So we're in Spooky Canyon, and if the whole thing was like what we're doing right now, and Jody's up there. But I don't like it when you have to like scamper down things and up things. And I'm always like thinking. So far, if I had to turn around and go back the way we came, I don't know if we could do it, because I don't know if I could get down that one area that was like 15 feet down. So hopefully this does the loop and comes out, in a spot that is safe. There's like a 3-foot drop here. My walking sticks, and they are very handy, but sometimes you need both hands to climb up and down things. So if you look up, it's like 30 or 40 feet that were down in here. So this is all formed by water and wind and sand. And you always gotta make sure there's not rain in the forecast, because this becomes a rapid moving waterway. Oh, there's Jody. So, okay, nice little area to take a break. So, except for the direct sunlight, it's nice. It's probably like 70 degrees down in here. It's probably like 80s up above, so that's kind of nice. But you know, the ideal time to do this, if it's too hot, is early in the morning before the sun gets directly above you. Because right now the sun is directly above us. All right, I better stop this before she falls. Video update. So the family that we've been following, kind of. There was a spot back there where it took them a long time to figure out how to get through. There was like rocks tumbled down through here, and I think they tried to go up and over, but you actually had to go in between two rocks and drop down and then underneath of it. But by the time they got through it, we caught up with them, and so then they explained how to get through it. So good thing they got these teenage boys who can climb up and over, and like they could probably scale up to the top of this. Whoa, this 40-foot area. I keep losing my focus. So there's that family up there. It always makes me nervous when I catch up with them.
Another scary part.
It's just the spooky part. It's not scary.
This is the Spooky Canyon. So I know everybody wants to watch us do this. So the trick is to put all your loose stuff secured in pockets and stuff. How did you get holes all over your shirt?
They're in there.
Are they supposed to be in here?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought something's been eating at you. Jody's ready. All right, we just came out of Spooky Canyon, and obviously Travis, co-worker from Test Out. I don't think Travis went through Spooky Canyon. I'm not saying Travis is my size or bigger, but I don't know. Maybe I'm chubbier than what I think I am. But it was so narrow that I was afraid of getting stuck. And this family that was in front of us, we've been behind them the whole time. I thought I could get through there, but I might need somebody to pull on me, seriously. And so the thing was, once I went through, there was like no going back. And I was afraid if Jody pulled on me, she wouldn't be able to pull me through. But I thought I could get squeezed through if somebody was like pulling on me. That's like the worst thing we've done, isn't it?
I'm not doing any more things labeled as narrows. Slot canyons.
When they said narrow, I just thought they meant like 8 feet narrow, not like. So anyhow, Jody, these people were ahead of us.
Ahead,
So Jody got through. She had to like run up and then yell for them to come back, and they were so nice. A couple teenage boys and
their dad,
the
Kevin.
dad came back, and the parents are probably early 40s, and so he took my hand and then seriously like pulled me through. And then there was another area. Jody
Get out
doesn't
of
wanna
your
be-
video.
So there was another area. I guess we can walk and talk. There's another area that was really narrow.
Oh, I didn't know you were on stuff.
Yeah, Jody was in there. So there was another area that was narrow, but down below it was wide, but it was too low for me to crawl on my hands and knees. And I had to go sideways. So my shoulders were too wide. So that part I laid sideways, and the dad and the oldest son each grabbed my hands and dragged me through. This is like so pathetic. But we know not to do that anymore. But they felt responsible because,
I think they're following us.
oh, they might be behind us. So they actually helped us get up the first part, so they felt bad that they helped us. Because I told them we wouldn't have gone if we would have had to do that on our own. So, that's all. Just through the desert, back to the parking lot. So, I didn't know where we were at.
See, like right over there is where we climbed up in. See it? Where it dips in? That's
Over
where
there?
we climbed up, right down there. Right down there is where we climbed up into that first canyon, and we went all the way through over there.
You do the talking, I'm too tired. So way down there at the very bottom where those trees are, you see people walking.
They're
We
coming
passed
out.
them.
They're coming out.
Are they
from-
coming out?
Yeah, because you go in right there, the first
Alright.
one.
Some people coming out, but so we were down there. No wonder why I'm out of breath and dizzy.
Yeah.
I pushed the limits today. What you, Jody?
I'm not dizzy or out of breath.
I'm well, I didn't bring enough to drink. The drink I handed Jody was for me. She thought it was for her.
But I didn't drink any of it.
And I still should have had twice as much to
Whatever,
drink.
it's your fault.
We're recording. Yes, I'm driving and recording, but I'm going 10 miles an hour, so it doesn't matter because there's a dirty, dusty road. Yeah,
Nothing around.
35 miles of this dirty, dusty road. We're leaving Peekaboo Canyon and Spooky Canyon. Let me slow down a little bit because it's like a washboard road, so I'm gonna go real slow. So anyhow, today we almost effed up. I don't say the F word, but if I were to say the F word, I would certainly.
You did say the F word.
I might have said it once or twice today.
You said it once.
Well, I don't think anybody who is on the verge of dying says the F word. I think you can forgive them. So, now that I know that I'm going to live for another day.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got to turn here, so we're going to go to Devil's.
Devil's Garden.
Not that we haven't had enough adventures for one day, but it's only 3 o'clock, so we still got time for more adventures. So, to get to Peekaboo Canyon, you had to climb up this 10, 15 foot
Smooth rock.
rock that has a couple little notches cut in for footholds and finger holds. And if we would never have made it up there if it wasn't for this family with a couple teenage boys. They insisted that they could help us. The dad's probably like early 40s, and the kids are high school. And so anyhow, they helped us get up through there. And then so we did fine. And then there was one spot where they came back because there was a snake in this sand that they saw, and we would never have seen it probably.
And I probably would have walked on
Jody
it.
probably would have stepped on it. So they came back to warn us, to show us where the snake was. So that was very kind of them. And then, that's probably the only time we needed their help there. So then we got to Spooky Canyon and went through there, and I had no clue that it was so narrow that, oh, this is kind of cool. Well, I guess we're here. So there's like these neat things over there. That's called Devil's Garden. So we're gonna hike around here, but we're not. So anyhow,
I'm not hiking very far.
we are retired from slot
Slot
canyons, especially now Antelope Canyon in
Narrow slot
Arizona is not.
canyons.
I might do that again, but it's not free. So, so we thought this was free. It was free. So, yeah. So I was seriously like, I could not make it through the Slot Canyon, and I had to have Jody run up and yell for that guy, and they come back and they, so my problem was I was afraid if I tried squeezing through there and got stuck, I wouldn't be able to breathe. And
It'd be stuck and then
get
not
stuck.
be able to breathe.
And then Jody not be able to drag me through. And then I was thinking, well, if somebody got on one side of me, the other side, and then if I got stuck, maybe the other one could like push me back through the other side. But really, there wasn't. If we would have had to go back the way we came, that would have been bad too, because we dropped down. Like,
Yeah, we dropped down through a hole in the rocks.
and so it was all we could do to drop down to keep. I don't think I could have got back up through there. So I felt there was nothing I can do except for try to get through there. So the guy pulled on me, and I seriously could feel the bone, my chest bone, in my shoulder blades. The bones actually crunching. And probably got scrapes, and I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. And this video is gone 4 minutes, but when you almost die, it takes more than 2 minutes.
You didn't almost die. You just almost got stuck.
So that guy got stuck in that canyon. It's not too far from here. It's in Canyonlands. I don't know why anybody would do anything like this by themselves, or even with 2 people. You would need probably 4 people to be safe, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then be athletic and thin and all kinds of cool stuff. Check out these interesting things
Well, you didn't
next.
tell about the second narrow part when you laid on your side.
Yeah, so
and
the second
scooted through.
second narrow part,
the
there's no way that I hear the kids up there like, I don't think that guy's gonna fit. I'm like, holy F. I go, thanks kids. And I got up there, I go, no way I'm gonna fit through there. And then I realized like down below it was wider. But I'm like, I can't go on my hands and knees because my shoulders are too wide. And I could probably go sideways, but how do you jimmy sideways through there? So I jimmy sideways, and then the dad and the kid grabbed my hands, and then I used my feet and kicked my way through. I was so happy to pop through out of that hole in my life. I think Jody was happy too, because she didn't want to drive all the way back to Pleasant Grove by herself. So, all right, 5 minutes, that's long enough.